All right, we've got our bucket calves lined up. If we could have our senior bucket calf, we have a single entry, Josie M. Josie M.
There's just a pile. Help yourself.
Okay, good job. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Looks like we may get some rain later on, so you know what? Let it rain. So this is the kids' day, and I'm good with moving that up a little bit on the time and doing what we can. But to tell you what, we're going to take our time and we're going to have a little clinic while we do this, and we're going to learn and work with these kids a little bit, and that's what it's all about. Because this is their day. So. That being said, we're starting our bucket calf show. I'm excited about the bucket calf show. I hear about the bucket calf show all across the state of Kansas, so this is going to be fun. With that being said, we just have the single entry in the older group. Young lady does a really nice job with her calf. She's knowledgeable. She's got that show stick. She came out here at the beginning and she kind of was holding it. Now she's using it, so you got to start on that, all right? So. Again, let's give her a big hand. She's our only entry, but she does a really nice job. Well, thank you very much for them. At this time, we're going to bring on our first heat of 7 to 9 year olds. We have 2 heats of the 7 to 9 year old 4-H bucket calves. In the ring at this time, we have Rhett Hobson, Wyatt Terry, Bryson Shaw, Carissa Lamont, Riley Habiger, Easton Habiger, Bella Stites, Tobin Katz, as well as Wyatt Roth. Class number 1 of 2 on the junior division bucket calves.
Again, our judge that is with us, been with us last night, this morning, doing a tremendous job with the youth here in Phillips County, Mr. Nick Ketzner. Nick comes to us from Bird City. He judged at Colby Community College in 1987 and 1988 under Nick Wells, then judged at Fort Hays State University in 1990 to 1991 under Kevin Hoosier. He owns a show feed company and is currently serving on the Kansas State Fair Board. His family shows and raises sheep and cattle. He's been doing a tremendous job. If we could, let's give Nick a big round of applause. Thank him for being here in Phillips County.
Okay, we're going to take just a minute here, let these kids introduce themselves and tell us about their calf a little bit and its name. So we'll start with you. What's your name?
Hobson.
And how old are you?
8.
Tell us about your calf.
Her name is Black Beauty.
Anything else you tell us about it?
I feed her 2 scoops of crude pellets and 2 flakes of hay a day.
She getting any milk?
She used to.
Okay, so you having fun with this project? Say yes.
A little bit.
Good job. All right, what's your name?
What?
How old are you?
8.
8. What's your calf's name?
Bandit.
Bandit. Tell us about Bandit. What do you do with Bandit?
I feed them sweet feed, oats, and pellets.
Okay. Get any milk?
Nope.
You're done with the milk? All right, so what are you going to do with Bandit after the fair?
I have no clue.
Okay. Are you going to show cattle when you grow up? Or you are growing up. You're 8 years old. What am I thinking? Jeez. You're getting old already, aren't you? All right, so you enjoying this?
Yeah.
All right, good job. All right, big boy, tell us about you. What's your name?
Bryson Shaw.
And how old are you?
8.
8 years old. You're a big 8-year-old man. You know that? I bet you are center, guard, and tackle. Football? No? No? You want to be? Yeah, I bet so. So tell us about your calf. What's its name? Does it have a name? Oh, come on. Black Beauty, Sweetheart, Princess, 801. Tell us what you feed your calf.
Sweet feed, pellets, hay.
Okay, are you enjoying your project?
Yes.
All right, good answer. All right, how are you? What's your name?
Crystal Mott.
All right, tell us about your calf. What's its name and what do you feed it?
Her name's Peanut, and I feed it corn and oats and
Okay, are you enjoying your project?
yes.
All right, good job. All right, you're next. Tell us about yourself. What's your name?
Riley Haberger,
All right, and what's your calf's name?
Blackie,
Blackie. What do you feed it?
some corn, some steers, and some alfalfa.
Okay, are you enjoying your project?
Yes.
What's the best thing about your calf?
That he's really calm, that I can pet him, and he's just really calm.
What's the worst thing about it?
That he's stubborn.
Stubborn, and that happens, isn't it? You're having fun? Good job. All right, what's your name?
Bella Sight.
Bella. All right, so what's your calf's name?
Nigel.
Nigel. Who's Nigel?
My dad's friend has a goat named Nigel, so I came up with
Okay, so what do you feed Nigel?
it. Oats and corn and fruit hay.
All right, so you enjoying your project? What's the worst thing about Nigel?
He wants to eat grass when we're leaving him at home.
Oh, well, he's just growing, right? So you enjoying this?
Yes.
Good job. All right, young man, what's your name?
Golden cat.
All right, what's your calf's name?
Lucy.
Lucy? How did you come up with that name?
It's off of a show.
Off of a show. Okay, I missed that one. That's okay. So what do you feed your cat?
Half a can of tiny food.
Good answer. That don't get you no points today, but good answer. All right, so what's the best thing about your calf? Nothing good about her? She walks? That's a good thing. All right, good job. All right, young man, what's your name?
Easton Haberhook.
All right, Ethan. What's your calf's name?
Poxy.
Boxy?
Poxy.
Poxy. How do you get Poxy?
My dog's name is Pixie, so I basically just changed it up.
Pixie, Poxy. Can you tell them apart?
Not really.
Okay. So, what do you feed your cat?
I feed him one bucket of grain in the morning, one bucket of grain in the afternoon, and one bucket of grain at nighttime, and one bucket of steaks.
Okay. So, what's the best thing about your cat?
Probably how he walks pretty good.
What's the worst thing?
How he doesn't stand still.
He walks, but he won't stand still. Is that kind of like you? Yeah, pretty much. All right. What's your name?
Voila.
All right. What's your calf's name?
Ivy.
Ivy? How do you come up with that name?
My sister named it that, so.
You just go with it. All right. So tell us what you feed your cat.
I feed it grain, alfalfa, and distillers.
Distillers. All right. What's the best thing about it?
That she is calm and I can pet him.
Okay. What's the worst thing?
She stumbles a lot.
Stumbles a lot? Oh boy. Okay. But you're having fun?
Yes.
All right. Let's give these kids a big hand for a great interview. Okay, guys. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to walk them around. You're going to lead out. Come around, we're going to make a big circle, and we'll go head to tail, all right?
white cap dogs, and then Ivy's dog.
Okay, everyone, what we're going to do here is I've got to pick two to come back for the champion junior bucket cap. So, with that being said, we're just going to pull two. The rest of you guys are all going to get a blue because you all do an awesome job. But at the end of the day, you got to watch me. I know you're young. You got to watch me. You got to pay attention, right? When you're walking them, you got to watch me. Get them set up. Look at them. Get their feet and legs square. Then watch me, okay? So you all do an awesome job. You're all going to get a blue, but I got to pull two. So I'm going to pull the two that I thought did the best job watching me when they were walking, and when they got them set up, they were the most attentive and the most aggressive watching, and they did a really good job. But you all did a great job, but I have to pick out two, okay? So let's give them one more big hand, and I'll go select two for the first heat.
All right, congratulations to the two that get to come back in. We have Bella Stites that's been selected, as well as Easton Habaker. And also receiving blue ribbons, Rhett Hobson, Wyatt Terry, Bryson Shaw, Carissa Lamont, Riley Habaker, Tobin Katz, and Wyatt Roth. Again, all these exhibitors are going to receive medals donated by Rick and Robin Chester. And we'll bring in our second class of our 4-H bucket calves.
Okay, guys, this gets pretty tough. Gets real tough. Going to just pick 2 of you again. The rest of you will get your medal, blue medal, whatever they have for you there. But you do a really good job. You just got to keep working. Work on eye contact, how you stand, how you're in front of that calf, how you got its head held, how you're standing, your feet placement as well as the calf. That's, you know, as you get older and get better and better and better, that's part of it, okay? But right now, you're just getting started. So the biggest thing is that separated you guys is on the walk and on the move is watching me. And we get it set up. If you get it set up pretty good and watch me, right? That's what it comes down to here at the end there, because there's a lot of you guys are really good, but you just, when I can only pick 2, I got to pick 2 that did a really good job of watching me and getting that calf set up, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go select 2. Let's give them one more big hand for an excellent job.
All right, getting callbacks out of this class, going to be Tessa Ragsdale as well as Kinley Kraft. Congratulations. Also receiving blue ribbons and a medal donated by Rick and Robin Chester, Carly Gower, Lane Gower, Hendrix Jarvis, Tucker Ellenberger, Carter Dezine, as well as Cordell Dezine. So we'll bring our other ones in. We'll select a Grand Reserve Champion Junior Division Bucket Calf exhibitor. And after that, we'll go into our open bucket calf show. We'll have our returning bucket calves after that. So in the ring at this time is Tessa Ragsdale, Kinley Kraft, Bella Stites, as well as Easton Habiger.
So you won't be home tomorrow. I'm not going to bring him here. We're going to I'm going to send him over the car and I might just take it. I don't want her to. We'll probably run home. We'll probably run home at the workshop anyway. Well, he's pretty good. It won't take him long to do his business, and he can hold it for quite a while. So. Really, all we got to do is bring an animal back in. It's just so hot for him in the car, you know, at any time. It's bad. Brian and him are stopping at the yard. That is that Brian goes here and definitely. I hope he kind of like him so it'll be someone to keep him alive.
Okay, guys, let's put our hands together for our final four here, the juniors. You know, it's pretty tough when they're bucket calves and you want to judge the calf a little bit and the kids a whole lot, and that's just part of it. You kind of got to put both together, and I have a tendency to go a little bit more towards the kids and their abilities, because raising a bucket calf, I mean, it's a lot of hard work, and it's hard to, make one that's just, a show calf that's a bucket calf, but yet we still got to kind of balance both worlds there in that. So with that being said, we're going to go out and I'll pick your Grand and Reserve Junior Bucket Calf Champion, and then we'll go from there. And congratulations again, you did a really nice job.
All right, congratulations, kids. The Grand Champion Junior Bucket Calf was exhibited by Kinley Craft. Kinley's going to receive an award donated by Farmers National Bank. Your Reserve Grand Champion Junior Bucket Calf goes to Bella Stite. Bella's going to receive an award donated by Alan and Stephanie DeZine. Congratulations. Also receiving blue ribbons, Tessa Ragsdale and Easton Habaker. Congratulations, kids. All right, in the ring at this time, in no particular order, it's our open class bucket calves. We have Sutton Ludwig, Briley Stites, Miley Suchland, Claire Gower, Ellie Terry, Miles Van Allen, Corey Taylor, Haley Ellenberger, Corbin Dezine, Kinsey Kraft, Cannon Reimer, and Raylyn Duncan. Did I forget anybody?
Okay, I can't resist here. We got to talk to these kids a little bit, right? We might be here a little while, but we got to hear what they have to say. What's your name? Not you first? Okay, let's go to the other end. I'm coming back to talk to you, though. All right, deal? Deal. Can we start with you? What's your name?
Sutton.
How old are you?
3.
3? You mean 13? No, 3, right? You act like you're 13. Meaning you're doing a pretty good job. Are you having fun? What's your calf's name?
Tarzan.
Tarzan. Is he an animal?
Yes.
All right. You gonna show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yes.
Good answer. Good job. All right. What's your name?
Miley.
What's your calf's name?
Kitty.
What's that?
Kitty.
Why? How did you name it that?
Because she's fuzzy.
Fuzzy. All right. You gonna show for? How old are you now?
5.
You're 5. So you gonna show beef when you get in 4-H?
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good. What's your name?
Corbin.
How old are you?
5.
5. What's your cat's name?
Apple.
Apple. Because why? Why is he Apple?
Because she's red.
He's red. I was guessing that, and white on the inside there, white head, something like that. What breed is that? You know what that breed is of that cat? You don't know? No Hereford or something like that? Hereford. All right. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Gonna show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yes.
All right. What's your name?
Ken.
How old are you?
6.
6. What's your cat's name?
Missy.
Missy. All right. Are you going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yes.
You enjoying this?
Yes.
Good job. What's your name?
Corey.
How old are you?
6.
7.
7.
What's your cat? Buck?
Yeah.
How did you get that idea?
Because he bucks when we practice with him.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
I don't know.
Not think about it yet? Maybe show this one next year when you're 7? Be an 8? How about that? Bring it back?
No.
No. Why not? You don't like him that much?
My mom doesn't want me to.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you there. You might be in trouble on that one. All right, sweetie, what's your name?
Riley.
How old are you?
7.
7. You just turned 7 this year?
Yeah.
So you'll be in 4-H next year?
Yeah.
All right, what's your calf's name?
Beth.
All right, so you enjoying this a lot? You gonna show cattle next year?
Yeah.
All right, good job. What's your name?
Claire.
Claire, how old are you?
5.
You're 5. What's your calf's name?
Black Bear.
Black Bear. I like that name. All right, so you having a good time?
Yeah.
You gonna show cattle next when you're in 4-H?
Yeah.
Good job. All right, what's your name?
Miles.
Miles. You don't seem to be a shy type to me. Do I need to ask some people if you're shy, or are you just shy to me? Yeah. Are you ornery? Well, that's a good, honest ornery. So what's your calf's name?
Rosie.
How did he get that name?
Because she looked like a rose.
A rose? Oh, how cute. All right, so you're going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yes.
Good job. What's your name?
Ellie.
How old are you?
5.
5. What's your calf's name?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Well, how did you come up with cinnamon?
Because she's like colored cinnamon.
The color of cinnamon. Very good. So you going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
No.
Why not?
Because.
It's not a good enough answer. Because why?
Just because.
Just because. You don't like them that much? You gonna show sheep?
No.
Rabbits?
No.
Goats?
No.
Pigs? You gonna show anything?
No.
Oh, you are too. I'll bet you do. Because you're having fun today?
Yes.
All right, good job. What's your name?
Haley.
How old are you?
5.
5. What's your calf's name?
Charlie.
Charlie. How'd you come up with Charlie? Charlie? All right. So, are you going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yeah.
See, she's going to show cattle. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might just change your mind. Right? No. She's determined now. All right. You're up. What's your name?
Kinsey.
Kinsey. How old are you?
5.
5. What's your calf's name?
Kiara.
Kiara. Why that name?
Because she's, I don't know.
Okay. So, you gonna show cattle when you get in 4-H?
No.
You two been talking?
Cousin.
Your cousin? All right. No more talking. We're gonna show cattle, right? We gotta show cattle. This is cattle country, right? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
All right. All right, princess. I went all the way down there. Have you calmed down? You all ready to go? You're going to do great. So what's your name?
Raylan.
How old are you?
7.
7. So, why did you bring your calf out here?
Because she needed to be showed.
Oh, good answer. What's her name?
Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. I like that. Now, is she your calf?
Yeah.
Have you been working with her and combing her hair?
Yeah.
Really? She's got beautiful hair. You've done a great job. You know that?
Braid her and blow dried her today.
Well, probably not just today, though. Do you do it at home?
No.
No? Well, looks like you've been working it quite a bit. She's got a lot of hair on her.
Shaved her.
Shaved her. Where else did you shave her?
Right there.
Yeah. So what else can you tell us since you don't want to talk?
I feed her water, grain, hay.
Good job. So, you going to show cattle when you get in 4-H?
Yes.
All right. Let's give them all a big hand. Okay. So this is an open class. You all are winners. But we're going to make you walk them around one more time before we let you go, all right? So let's walk them around one more time to show them off a little bit, okay? Okay, everyone, you all got them set up and you're watching me, right? Oh, got your attention now. Okay. All right, everyone, let's give them one more big hand before they exit. Good job, guys. Keep it up.
All right, congratulations to our exhibitors. Again, Sutton Ludwig, Briley Stites, Miley Suchland, Claire Gower, Ellie Terry, Miles Van Allen, Corey Taylor, Haley Ellenberger, Corbin Dezine, Kinsey Kraft, Kenan Reimer, as well as Raylan Duncan. Good job, kiddos. All right, so in the ring at this time is our returning bucket calf show. We have Jaden Boyle, Carissa Lamont, as well as Addison Ellenberger. Again, these were bucket calves last year. They've grown them up. They brought them back for this year to compete.
I'll forget it if you don't. You're going to just text it. Okay.
Okay, guys, in our returning bucket calves, I asked the kids a little bit about their project and their knowledge, and you know, that's as much about it to me as the calf itself. And so we did that, and one youngster out here really just nailed it from top to bottom and did an awesome job from birth to where it is now and the whole deal, and just very good on what I want to say, just his experiences and his record keeping. Young man on the end is going to be our champion. Did a really nice job, very good on his questions. Second place reserve is going to be young lady on this end, did a really nice job. And third, young lady right here in the middle, did a good job as well. So congratulations, and keep up the good work. And it's pretty tough to keep a calf around all year and do what you guys do and get them close to being market ready. So congratulations on doing that, and maybe more kids will do that and be a bigger class next year as well. But again, congratulations to these three individuals.
Okay, our champion returning bucket calf is Jaden Boyle. And Jaden, Clark's going to present you with an award here from the Avery Hobson family. Avery Hobson started this award several years ago to promote the kids to bring their bucket calves back year after year. So Avery definitely smiling, I'll guarantee you that. Clark's going to present the award to you right there, Jaden. Thank you to the Hobson family. Truly appreciate it. At this time, if we could have our dairy make their way to the ring, Heath Hobson, as well as Ryder Wheelbarger. And we're going to bring both of our dairy cows in at one time. We'll do everything at once. We have 2 confirmation dairy cows. Then also we have our dairy cow showman. We have a senior division as well as the intermediate division in the showmanship. So we're going to do all of those at one time here. In the ring at this time is Ryder Wheelbarger with his dairy yearling between 12 to 24 months of age. We also have Heath Hobson with his dairy cow over 24 months of age. Then again, they're also in here. Ryder's in the senior dairy showmanship, and Heath is in the intermediate showmanship.
Okay, so we have a senior showman and an intermediate showman, right? So you'll, of course, being the only two, we're gonna have each division separately is what I'm trying to say here. So you guys both do a real nice job. I think didn't ask a whole lot of questions on that, but I mean, just, you know, I know how you walk them in and how you set them up. And you do a good job there. You're calm and cool around them. So today you'll be our champion senior, and you'll be our champion intermediate dairy showman. And let's give them a big hand. Okay, so we just, of course, having the two heifers, or the two dairy cows in here, we're going to have a confirmation class. So in the studying and all that, for me today, our champion is going to be the aged cow. She just got a little more rib and volume and really nice udder on her. I really like that about her. She's going to be our champion. Our reserve is going to be the younger heifer here that hasn't bred yet. Real feminine, a lot of grow, a lot of angularity to her. To me, she just, you know, she's not as heavy volume as, you know, and opened up and as wide as our aged cow there. And of course, she hasn't been bred yet. So, but congratulations there. So let's give them a nice hand again on that.
All right, our senior champion dairy showman is going to go to Ryder Wheelbarger. He's going to receive an award donated by Michael and Shannon Katz. Our champion intermediate dairy showman goes to Heath Hobson. And then the champion dairy female is exhibited by Heath Hobson. Heath's going to receive an award donated by Pam and Brian Taylor. And the reserve champion dairy female is going to go to to Ryder Wheelbarger. Ryder receives an award donated by Jason and Tina Dennis family. So congratulations on it. Okay, we'll be starting our breeding beef show. We'll be starting off with a Black Angus. We have two classes of the Black Angus heifers. All right, in the ring at this time is our class. Okay, in the ring at this time is our first class of Angus heifers. Kalinda Miley, Michael Vanderveen, Ansley Delamont, as well as Chloe Vanderveen. There's 4 in this class, and we'll have our second class of Angus breeding heifers.
Oh, there they are.
Okay, in our first class of Angus heifers, the younger heifers here, I just tell you what, they're all 4 blue ribbon heifers. They're nice heifers. It's tough. We got some just give and take here, and I guess you just kind of got it sorted out how you feel it's right. But I think the combination heifers, the heifer on this end here, she's opened up at the ground. She's sound. She's got a nice shoulder in her. She's still pretty clean in that brisket. I love how that center rib opens up in her. She's got a long, old, nice hip in her. She's got good old balance in her. She's got some rib in her. She's just a nice looking brood cow that's still feminine enough, and I really like that about her. Her second place heifer, real feminine, big old skeleton heifer, long old spine in her, long old hip in her. To me, I just like to open her up, give her a little bit more volume, but I love the femininity about her front third, that I really appreciate that about her. Probably where I just use her over the other two, because she is a little cleaner and longer neck in that front end. Nice job. And I really like that about her. I just like to stouten her up a little bit more to run with her class winner. Then we got 2 heifers that are they're good heifers. They're big, they're high volume. To me, I would just like to maybe just change them a little bit in that front end. They're getting a little bit leathery, and they just got a little more condition on them. But they're not too fat by no means. But in relation to their other ones, I just like to clean them up a little bit in their front third there. But they're awful good heifers you guys should be really proud of. So let's give this class a nice hand if you would.
All right, results of our Class 1 Angus breeding heifers. First blue is going to go to Kalinda Miley. Second blue, Ansley Delamont. Third blue, Chloe Vanderveen. And fourth blue goes to Michael Vanderveen. We'll bring on our second class of Angus heifers. Addison Ellenberger, Brooklyn Roth, Madison Gottstein, Kalinda Miley, and Clayton Chestnut.
got a really nice class here again. Going to start with the young lady's heifer here on the end. Again, this is a heifer that's just real complete. She's feminine. She's really, really long and goosey on neck in her. I like that about her. Blade's real smooth in her. That forerib opens up real nice. Carries that back to a good old rib, full rib in her. She's got a long old hip in her. She's not the widest pinned heifer in the world, but she's got enough in her. She's just real solid, real complete, nice heifer to start the class. Next heifer just falls into second. There's not a lot wrong with her. She's got some muscle. She's got some femininity. She's got some length to her. At the end of the day, her blade and shoulder doesn't lay in her quite as well as our champion heifer. And when you get behind, she just don't quite have the pin width as well. But she's an awful nice heifer. You should be really proud of her. The next young lady's heifer is a big old high volume heifer. Has some length, real feminine. For me, I just like to maybe stouten her up a little bit more compared to them. Give her a little bit more shape, true muscle shape throughout. But she's an awful nice high volume heifer. Then we got two heifers down there on the end there. Big old feminine heifers, just, they're just a little leaner, which, at the end of the day doesn't bother me. Because I know, they're going to go out to pasture and they're going to breed and they're going to be just fine, not going to melt down too much. But I just like for today, they just need a little more rib, a little more volume and condition on them to compete today, okay? All right, real nice set again here. Let's give these kids a nice hand.
All right, first blue goes to Kalinda Miley. Second blue, Clayton Chestnut. First red goes to Addison Ellenberger. Second red, Brooklyn Roth. Third red goes to Madison Gottstein. We'll now bring in our other heifers and we'll select our Grand and Reserve Champion, Angus female overall. All right, in the ring at this time, out of class number 1 is Kalinda Miley, and class number 2 is Kalinda Miley.
Okay, everybody, I tell you what, this young lady's got both these heifers out here, and they're awful good, and you should be very proud of them. They're awful nice, nice pair of heifers here. Let's give her a nice hand, if you would. I think at the end of the day, we're going to pick a grand, and again, I think, just putting them together, when they get together, you're wondering, I was wondering, okay, what we're going to do here without getting that other heifer in there. If that one, you bring the other heifer in, I still think you got a heifer out here to win with. We're going to use the young lady's heifer that she's showing. She's just more feminine, more extended, still a big old rib in her, long old hip, probably a better hind leg. That's the heifer we're going to use for grand, and we're just going to, I'll tell you what, it is what it is. We're going to keep them together because we don't need to bring in our reserve, because this heifer here is going to be reserved. So congratulations on two really nice heifers.
All right, the Grand and Reserve Champion, Angus heifer, was exhibited by Kalinda Miley. Kalinda is going to receive an award for the champion, donated by Jones Feed and Seed. And the Reserve Champion, also Kalinda, she's going to receive an award donated by Charles and Wanda Gower. Congratulations, Kalinda. We'll now move into our Gelby breeding heifers. We have 4 entries in this class. In the ring at this time is our Gelby Heifers. We have Riley Delmont, Cadence Lamont, Carissa Lamont, as well as Hendrix Jarvis.
I'll tell you what, it's tough to evaluate, a year of age. But I guess I go back to, for me, if I was going to buy one, for structure, balance, the rib and everything, this young little heifer here, she just puts her together so well. I mean, you just like that front end and that blade in her. She's got a good rib. She's long, level down that spine. You get behind her, she's got a lot of true muscle shape. I love the old rib shape in her, the volume in her. She's just kind of a fancy little old heifer there she's just pretty darn nice. The big old heifer there comes in a reserve Gelby. Big old high volume, big old broody cow. I like a lot of things about her. Just at the end of the day, when I study them, and it'll be interesting to see how how things change when she's a yearling and all that. But this heifer here is just truer down her spine. I love, I just kind of like the femininity in this one than a reserve one, but she's awful good. She's just a real complete heifer as well. Got a little more condition on her, of course, but she's a good, big, high volume heifer that's going to make a really nice cow. Then we got a couple heifers next in class that just ran into a good class because they're good heifers. They got some rib, they got some volume. They maybe just don't have as much extension of that front end and femininity about them, but they're awful nice heifers. They just ran into a tough class, okay? So you should be real proud of your projects. Let's give them all a nice hand again.
All right, the grand champion Gelby female goes to Hendricks Jarvis. Hendricks receives an award donated by Stuart and Donna Jarvis, Bar Arrow Cattle Company. Then the reserve grand champion is exhibited by Riley Delamont. Riley receives an award donated by Dave and Deb, as well as Kinsey Alexander. And then also, first blue goes to Cadence Lamont, and second blue goes to Carissa Lamont. Congratulations. We'll now bring in on the Hereford breeding heifers. Have 4 entries in this class. All right, in the ring at this time is the Hereford breeding heifers. We have Kalinda Miley, Sydney Ryder, Cassie Duncan, as well as Billy Duncan.
Okay, in our Hereford class, we got 4 awful good Hereford heifers. We'll go through 2. Tell you what the heifer to start the class with, guys, to me, wins the class pretty handily. You know, she's feminine. She's really nice up through that front end. Got a long old neck in her. She's long down her spine. Got a good old long hip in her. Like the rib in her. Like the way she walks out. She's real clean in that bone. She's just a real nice heifer to start the class with. Congratulations. The next heifer kind of falls in a second. Got some frame in her. She's got some links of femininity in her. And compared to her class winner, she doesn't quite have the rib shape and the volume that her class winner has. And when you get behind her, she just don't quite have the width of pins in her that our class winner has. But she's an awful nice feminine, going to make a nice cow. Then we got 2 deep old red Hereford heifers down here that got a lot of volume, a lot of rib in them. To me, I just like to clean them up a little bit. Maybe just clean that front end up. They're getting a little off balance by having a little more shoulder and chest in them. But they're big rib, they're high volume. You got them fed nice. So you did a really nice job on that, okay? So congratulations. And again, let's give these kids a nice hand.
All right, results of the Hereford females. Champion Hereford heifer is exhibited by Sydney Ryder. Sydney's going to receive an award donated by Brian and Pam Taylor. Reserve champion goes to Kalinda Miley. Kalinda receives an award donated by Flying S. Hereford. And first red goes to William Duncan. Second red, Cassandra Duncan. Congratulations, kids. Next, we're going to have our Red Angus females. 1 entry, Cassandra Duncan. And excuse me, I apologize. Cassie and William, they were first and second blues. I apologize for that.
Well, we only have the 1 Red Angus heifer in this division, but I tell you what, guys, she's awful good. She's smooth, she's opened up, her ribs right, she's long hip, got a lot of volume in her, she's good on her feet and legs. She's a nice Red Angus heifer, so congratulations. Too bad there wasn't more in here to compete against, but let's give her a big hand for a nice heifer.
Champion Red Angus female is exhibited by Cassie Duncan. She'll get an award donated by Seabar Cattle, Patrick and Jessica Chester. Now we'll go into our AOB, All Other Breeds class. We have 2 entries, Mara Cats as well as Rhett Cats.
Okay, in this class here, we just got the 2 head, but I tell you what, we got an awful nice heifer here to start with. Again, just impressive. I mean, she's feminine, she's opened up, got a good rib in her, she's sound. Just a nice complete heifer to start the class with. The next heifer, she's a good large framed heifer that's got some extension. Today I'd like to just get a little more condition on her. If she had a little more condition and weight on her, I think she looked smoother and have more rib and volume in her at the same time. But she's made right. She's got some length of body, length of hip in her, just like stouting her up a little bit more. So let's give these two a big hand for this class here.
All right, champion AOBs exhibited by Rhett Katz. Reserve champion AOB is going to go to Mara Katz. Rhett's going to receive an award donated by Justin and Kelly Taylor. Reserve grand champion Mara gets an award donated by Jones Feed and Seed. We're now going to go into our crossbred breeding heifers. We only have one class of the crossbred breeding heifers. And then we'll bring back our breed champions and we'll select our grand and reserve champion overall. All right, in the ring at this time is our crossbred breeding heifers. We have Kaylee Ragsdale, Riley Delmont, Aiden Shaw, as well as Carissa Lamont. And if we can have our breed champions be in the staging lane. Once we select our champion crossbred, bring our breed champions back in. We'll select our grand champion overall. And then we will bring our second place in out of that class, if there is one, and we will select our reserve champion overall. And we're going to move in. We have one open breeding female, and we're going to move into our showmanship divisions. Reminder, exhibitors planning on selling their animals in the livestock premium sale. If you have not already turned in your sale intention forms, please do so as soon as you can. I understand if you're showing a beef, you don't have time right now, but if you have a hog, a sheep, or a goat that you're planning on selling, please make sure you get those turned in. Again, beef, please get those turned in after the completion of this. It must be turned in 30 minutes after the completion of the beef show to be included in the premium sale.
Okay, in our crossbred heifer class, we got 4 nice heifers. We're going to go 2 and 2 on this one. We got a heifer here to start the class again. I mean, you guys, it's going to be exciting to see these breed champions all together out here. But this heifer, again, is similar to what we've been using all day, and she's got a lot of look. She's really opened up through her heart. She's got a long old hip in her again. She's just a real nice, complete heifer to start the class with. Real easy one to start with. Second place heifer, big old angular heifer. Got some length of body, length of front end to her. Just when I study her in relation to her class winner, she's just not quite as good out of her hip and her hind leg as her class winner is, but she's a nice, big old extended heifer that's still got some base in her at the same time. Then we got a large framed heifer down here that's got some rib in her. I just would kind of like to change that hind leg in her a little bit. She get a little set to it, and I'd like to just change that angle to her blade a little bit in her front end, but she's a nice high volume heifer. Then our next heifer in class, just one that's a little bit smaller, a little greener, just like a little more condition on her, and then it would open her up a little bit more, and getting that would just help her move her way up. But you did a nice job feeding her though anyway. So let's give these kids a nice hand as well, if you would.
All right, grand champion crossbred female is exhibited by Riley Delamont. Riley's going to receive an award donated by Stuart and Donna Jarvis, Bar Arrow Cattle Company. Reserve champion Angus is exhibited by Kaylee Ragsdale. Kaylee's going to receive an award donated by Grieving Farms. And first blue goes to Aiden Shaw, second blue, Carissa Lamont. This time, we're going to go ahead and bring back our breed champions. And we're going to select our grand and reserve champion overall. Select our grand champion, bring back a second place out of that class or division if there was one. We'll select our reserve champion. All right, out of the Angus division, we have Kalinda Miley. Out of the Gelby division, Hendricks Jarvis. Out of the Hereford division, Sydney Ryder. Out of the Red Angus division, Cassie Duncan. Out of the AOB class, Rhett Katz. And out of the crossbred division, have Riley Delamont. Again, like I say, if we can have our second place ready, select our grand champion, and we will move in and select our reserve champion. Then we'll move into the open class show. And then we have our senior showman.
I don't think I've heard it this quiet in here all day. Someone else want to come out here and help me out? I tell you what, you guys ought to be proud in this county here because that's quite a set of heifers out here. Let's give them a big hand. You know, I tell you, it's tough. There's several out here. I mean, you just got to go with the most complete heifer, and you know, they don't have to be the best in one spot, but they got to have the best, several of the best attributes as a whole, and which one, you know, has the most good things going. And there's several of them that you just got to go through it. And I guess, you know, at the end of the day, I got to make a decision, and you know, you can't hardly go wrong with you know, several of these out here. But at the end of the day, I think you got to, you know, I'm just going to try to use a heifer that's functional, got some rib, got some capacity, got some volume, angular, and a female, and our champion day is going to be our Angus.
All right, your grand champion breeding female is exhibited by Kalinda Miley with her Angus. Kalinda's going to receive an award donated by Dezeen Ranch. We'll bring Kalinda's reserve champion Angus in. We'll select our reserve champion overall.
Well, guys, I think it's tough. Again, I'm kind of, you know, as you can see, I'm kind of looking at the Gelby, the semi-cross, and then our crossbred. I think those three are kind of the ones that are raised to the top for me in this deal. And I tell you what, it's tough, but I think the heifer that kind of just puts it together, the most likely follows my champion heifer is going to be your semi.
Reserve Grand Champion comes out of the AOB class. That's exhibited by Rhett Katz. Congratulations. Rhett's going to receive an award donated by Dezeen Ranch. Congratulations to all of our heifer exhibitors. Outstanding set that we have here today. We will now get rolling into our showmanship portion. We're going to start with our senior showman. We have several heats of those, but first call, first heat, senior showman. Okay, excuse me. Hey, Shane, you want to come up here? We have an open class breeding. And in here we have the one and only Miss Caitlin Ann Miley with her Hereford heifer.
Well, guys, we only have one entry in here, but she does an awful good job. I'd say people better watch out for her in the future because this is her heifer and she's proud of her and she's doing a good job. So let's give her a big hand, if you will.
All right, Caitlin's going to receive first place with her Hereford heifer. Okay, there might be just a little delay. We're going to combine this down. Instead of having 3 classes of senior showmen, we're going to go ahead and go with 2 classes. Combine this down. Okay, apologize. We are going to combine some of these. Sorry to rush you there, Sid. So we have Dylan Van Lays, Riley Delamont, Hayden Gottstein, Madison Gottstein, Sam Pinkerton, as well as Sydney Ryder. First heat of senior showmen. Our second heat, we're going to combine that with the third. So Laramie and Lexi, if you can be ready, we're going to roll you into the second class here.
Okay, guys, this is our first heat of the seniors, so let's put our hands together for these kids out here. They're doing a good job. When you get into senior showmanship, by that you hope by the kids have been showing cattle for quite a few years and getting some experience and they know what to do. And at the end of the day, in senior show, in any showmanship, especially in cattle, is getting them set up and then how you handle and set up yourself. How you handle yourself, how you position your body, position your legs, position your hand. That is the art of being a perfectionist out here, and that's what it comes down to, is that. And when you go, state fair and all those bigger shows, I mean, you don't have much of a time, and they are just, you gotta have your position right, and that's what it just comes down to, because that's just, what sorts you at the top in that, and that's what kind of, what you got to do. So if we're only going to have 2 heats, we were going to have 3, and I was going to keep 2 out of each heat. But so today, I think we're going to keep 3 in this heat. That just kind of get that calf set up, get their position right, and just really nail it when it comes down to it. So for today, we're going to pull this young lady right here. This young lady right here, and this young lady right on the end. You 3 ladies did a really nice job, and we'll see you back in the next heat.
Okay, receiving callbacks, it's going to be Riley Delamont, Madison Gottstein, as well as Sydney Ryder. And also those in the class were Dylan Van Lays, Hayden Gottstein, as well as Sam Pinkerton. Those following receive blue ribbons. So Riley, Maddie, and Sid, if you could stick around close to. In the ring at this time is our second break of the senior beef show in the final break. We have Chase Russell, Cadence Lamont, Cassie Duncan, Mara Katz, Leighton Johnson, Laramie Chestnut, and Lexi Chestnut.
Okay, in our second heat, let's put our hands together for this set of kids. Okay, end of the day, guys, I mean, you got to watch me when you're walking, get them set up, get your legs positioned right, as well as your calf, and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, okay? So we're going to go ahead and keep 3 out of this group. You guys can stay in here, and we'll have our championship round, okay? So for this heat, we're going to keep you, young lady. We're going to keep you, young man. And then our third one we're going to keep today is going to be this young lady right here. All right, good job.
All right, so receiving callback is going to be Cadence Lamont, Cassie Duncan, Leighton Johnson. So receiving blue ribbon is going to be Chase Russell, as well as Mara Katz. Now we'll bring in our seniors. We'll select our Grand and Reserve Champion, Senior Showman overall. All right, in here in this division, we'll have our selection of our Grand and Reserve Champion Senior Showman. Out of the first heat, we have Riley Delmont, Madison Gottstein, Sydney Ryder. Down to the second cut, Cadence Lamont, Cassie Duncan, as well as Leighton Johnson.
Okay, guys, if you would, let's give them one more big hand. This is the top 6 we got out here. They all do a really nice job. I tell you what, young man's working hard. His steer's giving him the fits right now, but he isn't quitting. He hasn't gave up, and I appreciate that about you. But at the end of the day here, you know, guys, I think we got a few showmen that really stand out, but I think our winner's one that just really smooth, really confident, holds their self just right, and presents their cap just right, and I think just kind of ran away with it today. Our champion senior is going to be this lady right here. I think then it gets a little tougher for reserve when it comes down to that, and actually for me, reserve between these two young ladies. And I think at the end of the day, just the way you hold yourself, position yourself, which is important when it comes down to it at the end. The young lady on the end here is going to be our reserve.
All right, the grand champion in the senior division for the beef is Riley Delmont. Riley's going to receive a Award donated by Deer Creek Ranch, Tony and Linda M. Reserve Grand Champion is going to be Sydney Ryder. Sydney's going to receive an award donated by Phillipsburg Locker, Randy and Darlene Elder. Congratulations. Now bring on our intermediate showman. We have 3 heats of intermediate showmen, 3 heats of intermediates. All right, in the ring at this time is our first heat of intermediate showmen. Briar Delamont, Ansley Delamont, Jaden Boyle, Clayton Chestnut, as well as Aiden Shaw. Again, I know I said this a lot, but reminder, if you're planning on selling an animal in the livestock premium sale, please make sure that you get your sale intention forms turned into the fair office. Also, please make sure you're drinking plenty of water out there. It's miserable, we understand that for sure. So.
Good. Good.
Okay, guys, in our first heat of intermediates, let's give them a nice hand if you would. Again, guys, eye contact, getting them set up, getting them in the right position, everything like that. Use your comb when I put my hands on their top. Use that comb to fix that, right? That hair when I rough it up, okay? Make sure if you have those combs, you use them, all right? I think, you know, we have a real good set here. I think I'm doing, like I say, we got 3 heats, so I'm just going to keep 2. For this heat today, we're going to keep the 2 on this end right here, okay? So you'll come back. You guys did a real nice job. Just get them set up, get them square, right? Okay, and been practice getting your feet the right, holding your feet right, okay? All right, good job.
All right, receiving callbacks out of the first class of intermediates is going to be Ansley Delamont, as well as Briar Delamont. Receiving blue ribbons, Jaden Boyle, Clayton Chestnut, as well as Aiden Shaw. Congratulations. We'll now roll into our second class of intermediate showmen. All right, in the ring at this time is our class number 2 intermediate showman. We have Chloe Vanderveen, Michael Vanderveen, Clay Habager, Taylon Reimer, and Garrett Johnson.
Okay, guys, in our second heat, let's give these kids a nice hand if you would. All right. Tell you what, it gets a little closer here, all kind of similar types and kinds, but at the end of the day, again, a couple of kids that just kept their eye on me really good, got their calf set up, calm and cool and collected. So in this heat, we're going to keep the young man on the end here, and the young man right there in the middle. All right? The rest of you guys did a really nice job. Just keep working on it. Young lady on the end was in a contention. He just didn't want to really set up for you. He just kind of want to keep going, okay? Nice job, guys.
All right, receiving callbacks is Garrett Johnson, Clay Habaker. Also receiving blue ribbons, Talon Reimer, Michael Vanderveen, and Chloe Vanderveen. All right, we'll bring in our third and final class of the intermediate showmen. In the ring at this time is our third and final heat of intermediate showmen. We have Rhett Katz, Brooklyn Roth, Kaylee Ragsdale, William Duncan, as well as Kalinda Miley.
Okay, guys, in our final heat of our intermediates, let's give this group a nice hand as well. Again, you guys, this is actually a pretty tough class. Just going to pull two of you, but that kind of is what I got to do here. And I guess at the end of the day, again, you know, some of you guys that don't get pulled, it just means you're this close. You need to go and watch those. And again, I mean, like our senior showman that won. Go watch how she holds her feet, how she stands up, how she holds her body. That's the little things that makes you really good, okay? So that's kind of what I got to sort. If you guys don't hold yourself, I mean, I want your calf to be set up, but then I want you to be held and set up right yourself so you put on a great silhouette, okay? Because that's what it comes down to at the end is just perfection, okay? So that some of you just need to work on getting your feet set up, getting yourself set up a little bit better, all right? And how you hold yourself around that head of that calf, okay? So that being said, we're going to pull two. This time we're going to pull the young lady on the end and the young man on that end. Good job, you guys.
All right, receiving callbacks out of this class is going to be Kalinda Miley as well as Rhett Katz. Receiving blue ribbons is going to be Brooklyn Roth, Kaylee Ragsdale, as well as William Duncan. Congratulations. We'll now bring in our callbacks. We'll select our Grand and Reserve Champion, Intermediate Showman overall. All right, in the ring at this time is our champion drive for the Intermediate Showman. We have Ansley Delamont, Briley Delamont, Clay Habaker, Garrett Johnson, Kalinda Miley, as well as Rhett Katz.
Okay, guys, this is the best of the best here in the intermediate, so let's give them a big hand for making it this far. So here, putting this all together, you're going to come down to the point that you want the kid that is the smoothest, that's the most ring savvy. There's one individual that comes out here and makes that round, uses the ring way better than everyone else. Really appreciate that about this youngster. Just real smooth, real confident, and does a really nice job. And our champion's going to be this young lady right here. Then it gets a little tougher for reserve. It just does, I think, again, how you guys hold yourself. And I don't know what it is about boys, because I always got beat by girls, and I hate it. But I got beat by girls. And boys are boys. I just don't think they have, I don't know what you want to say, they just don't have the elegance that a girl has. I mean, and they shouldn't, don't get me wrong. But anyway, when you come out here, some of you boys, you just need to be, I don't know, just a little smoother with the deal, and you just need to practice a little more. I don't know what it is, but that's one thing with you boys I'd like to see is hold your feet a little different, stand a little different, like our champions stand, and I think that will help you out a lot. But it just seems like boys don't like to stand like that at this level and this age and all that, and that's just part of it. I don't know what it is, but anyway, so that being said, I think we're going to use our reserve as a person that's just real intense, does a nice job, smooth, confident. And our reserve grand is going to be the young lady right here in the yellow. Good job.
All right, congratulations to our exhibitors. Grand Champion Intermediate is going to go to Kalinda Miley. Kalinda is going to receive an award donated by Bowl Farm and Auto. Reserve Champion Briar Delamont. Briar receives an award donated by Phillipsburg Locker. Congratulations. We're going to move into our junior division, showmanship. We have one class with 3 entries. In the ring at this time is our junior beef showman. We have Carissa Lamont, Hendrix Jarvis, as well as Addison Ellenberger.
Okay, guys, let's put our hands together for our juniors. I tell you what, we got all kinds of things happening out here. It's crazy. She just needs to back up a little more so she can get them all. Just dust them all. But I tell you what, three good showmen. You know, we got one little guy out here. I can tell you what, someday, it won't be long, he's going to be really good. But today we're just thinking, aren't we? We're still learning and we're just thinking about this deal. And we're having a good time. But I tell you what, I had the pleasure of working with this young lady last night and today, and I mean, she's got the most infectious smile. Love that about her. She just tries so hard. And today you're going to be our champion junior showman. The young lady down here is going to be reserved, and that young man's going to be third. Let's give him another hand, if you will.
All right, in our junior division, the grand champion junior showman goes to Addison Ellenberger. Addison's going to receive an award donated by Marcia Nelson in memory of Mary Cates. And the reserve grand champion is going to be Carissa Lamont. Carissa is going to receive an award donated by Farmers and Ranchers Outlet, Nikki Ludwig. And receiving a blue ribbon is the one and only Hendrix Jarvis. All right, we're going to start in on our market show. Start in with our Angus steers. All right, as we start off our steer show, start off with the Angus class. We have Clay Habaker, Talon Reimer, Ainsley Delamont, as well as Hayden Gottstein. Steers ranging in weight from 1,098 to 1,274.
Okay guys, in our Angus class here, we got some nice calves as well. I'll tell you what, the top pair are kind of similar, but a calf that, we're going to start with, just a calf that's smooth. He's got a lot of look and a lot of balance about him. He handles really nice. He's not the heaviest muscle, but neither is the second place calf in the class. But again, he's just real smooth, real complete calf again. The second place calf, calf that's similar type, has some length at top, length at hip in him. He's good on it, really smooth in that condition. Really like that about him. Just when you get behind him, he don't maybe have as much power. Not as good on his hind leg and set as our class winner, but he's a nice calf as well. This third place calf, I'll tell you what, he's a stout old combination steer that's chock full of muscle. He's finished. Even at that, he's lighter weight, but he's finished. I like that about him. I love his rib. Just in relation out here, he just gets a little bit more compact. He's not quite as extended there. But I tell you what, he's a nice, smooth, complete finished steer. And the calf on the end there just needs a little more time. He's a little green, needs a little more time on feet, but he's a nice calf that's got some structure about him. I like that about him. So let's give these kids a nice hand if we would, and go from there.
All right, the grand champion Angus steer was exhibited by Ansley Delamont. Ansley's going to receive an award donated by TJ Ranch, Brian Troyer. Reserve grand champion is going to go to Hayden Gottstein. Hayden's going to receive an award donated by Floyd and Karen Bruning. And also third and fourth in that class. Third place is going to go to Taylon Reimer. Fourth place is going to go to Clay Habaker. Congratulations, kids. All right, we'll bring in our next class, single entry, Hereford steer.
We only have the single entry in the Hereford Steer Show, but tell you what, he's big at the ground, he's big-ribbed, he's muscular, he's got a lot of weight per day of age on him. He's a stout old calf that's finished. I know when he goes to rail, he's going to cut really good, I believe. So let's give this young man a nice hand for his champion Hereford.
The grand champion Hereford steer is exhibited by Leighton Johnson. Leighton's going to receive an award donated by Double J Herefords. Congratulations, Leighton. Next in, we're going to have our Gelby steers. In the ring at this time is our In the ring at this time is our Gelby steers, weighing from 1,118 pounds to 1,442 pounds. Garrett Johnson, Sam Pinkerton, Dylan Van Lays, Riley Delamont, as well as Chase Russell.
This is a nice class of Gelby calves. I tell you what, we were laughing. I was giving a young lady a bad time about her smoky Gelby, and that's what's nice about switching things up. You can have a percentage, and that's what it is. And I tell you what, that steer there, he's heavy at the ground. He's big-footed. He's stout. He's opened up. Big old rib in him. He's got a great old hip in him. He is what he is. He doesn't have any hair on him hardly at all. And if that dude was haired up, he'd be really cool. But he is what he is, and that's, he's still got a lot of true muscle in him. I like a lot of things about that calf. The second place calf, our reserve Gelby, real smooth calf. He's long and angular. He's a really, really nice conditioned calf. He handles firm. He's right on the money there. Just in the class, when you study him at the ground, he's just not as stout at the ground. He's not as robust and blown apart as much as our class winner, but he's an awful nice calf. Our third place calf just kind of falls into third with the heat. I mean, the calf's great on his condition. He's got some length of body. He's going to be a high cut ability calf. Just maybe like to stouten him up a little bit underneath, open him up a little more compared to the other two. The calf there next in line, our 4th place calf, this little dude's just a meat wagon. He is stout, big red, big muscled. I mean, that dude has got a lot of muscle in him and a little package. To me, he's just a little coarse. He's just not as long through that front end. It'd be interesting to see how that calf cuts if he's a prime. I'm not saying I know that, but with his age and his condition, I think he's going to cut really, really good. And the kid did a nice job feeding him. The next calf in class, just a little green yet. I love the front end. I love the length and angle to him and his blade and his length of hip. He just needs a little more feed today, okay? Give him another couple 100 pounds and he's going to be tough in this class, all right? So, again, a nice set of Gelbies. Let's give him a big hand if you would.
All right, Grand Champion Gelby Steer is exhibited by Riley Delamont. Riley receives an award donated by T. Arrow Cattle, Lane and Tina Terry. Reserve Champion Gelby Steer goes to Dylan Van Lays. First blue goes to Chase Russell. Second blue, Sam Pinkerton. And first red goes to Garrett Johnson. Congratulations, kids. All right, in the ring at this time is our crossbred steers. If you're following in the program, we combined here class 1 and 2. We have Lexi Chestnut, Jaden Boyle, Laramie Chestnut, Kalinda Miley, Chase Russell, and Rhett Katz. Steers weighing in range from 932 pounds to 1,212.
First class of crossbreds. We got some nice calves out here. We kind of got two that kind of worked their way to the top for me, but the class winner, guys, I mean, just real practical, functional steer. I mean, he's wide-based, he's big at the ground, you get your hands on him. He's one of the biggest top calves I've handled today. He's finished, he's not a heavy calf, but he's got good finish on him. You know, if you could change him, he's a little straight in that hock, wants to get a little tight and walk up just a little. But yet he's still, you know, real complete steer. He's got a lot of muscle and big old rib in him, and just real practical kind of calf. And get from behind, he's really big-ended. Just if I could change him a little bit of the hock, you know, then that would be better. But you got to find one better that's better there at the same time. Second place calf in his class. Spit it out here. Tell you what, the calf's got a great look. He's got some length front, long old hip in him. He's got some hair on him. Just when I get my hands on him, he just needs another month on feet. He's just a little raw yet. He's just not quite there. He's a little hard when I get my hand on him. And if I could do that, I think it'd be tougher on this top pair. The third class calf is just a stout old common, you know, commercial looking calf that's just a meat wagon. Again, you put him on the rail, I think he's going to cut really good. He's got, thing that concerns me a little, he's got a lot of condition on him. I'm just a little worried that he might be, you know, like a yield grade, you know, 4 or 5. I mean, he's pushing it, but that dude is fed right. I mean, I'd rather eat one like that than one that's not got enough on him. So, nice job feeding the calf and getting him there. Then we got 3 calves that are just similar in their type and kind. They're just a little green. I talked to the kids. We just need another couple 100 pounds on them, probably, you know, 100 days or whatever on them to get them up there, and then they would be in the top end, but just a little too hard handling for today, okay? All right, let's give them all a nice hand if you would.
All right, results of the first class of crossbred steers. First blue is going to go to Rhett Katz. Second blue, Kalinda Miley. Third blue, Chase Russell. First red, Jaden Boyle. Second red, Laramie Chestnut. And third red is going to go to Lexi Chestnut. Have our next class of crossbred steers come in the ring. All right, in the ring at this time is our second class of crossbred steers. We have Briar Delamont, Rhett Katz, Cadence Lamont, as well as Sam Pinkerton. Steers weighing from 1234 to 1370.
Okay, in our second class here, tell you what, we got this cream-colored calf that's got obviously he's got a lot of hair on him, and it takes a lot of time to do that and get that hair on them. And I, you don't necessarily place them on here, but you appreciate the amount of time and work it takes to do that. And this calf, besides that, I mean, he's good at the ground. He's wide base. He's got a big rib in him, a big old hip in him. When I get my hands on him, I do wish he had a little more cover on him. He's probably got enough age on him. He's going to, he's going to great choice and all that. And I mean, he is a little harder over those ribs yet, but yet he's still made right, and he's cool. And he's got a great front end in with a big old hip in him. Second place calf, a calf that's just nice, practical combination steer. He's got some muscle in him. He's got some cutability in him. He's going to go the rail and hang a good carcass. Just when I watch him walk out, he wants to get a little bit, underneath himself with that hind leg, just a little bit, not as solid and square on that hind leg. And then when you get his front end, he's a little shorter in that neck. But he's a nice fed steer that you're going to, did a nice job. It's going to go the rail and hang a good carcass. Then we got a couple calves here that just need a little more condition on them, guys. They're a little raw. They're a little hard yet. Just need a little more time. Get a little more condition on them. Stouten them up. Give them a little bit more bone, okay? With the nice calves that did a good job getting this far, okay? All right, let's give these kids a nice hand, if you would.
All right, first blue goes to Rhett Katz. Second blue, Sam Pinkerton. First red, Briar Delamont. And second red goes to Cadence Lamont. Congratulations, kids. We'll bring in our next class, third and final class of the crossbred steers.
Be careful.
All right, in the ring at this time is our last class of crossbred steers. Riley Delmont, Dylan Van Lays, and Kaylee Ragsdale. Steers weighing from 1402 to 1512. I would like to definitely recognize some people. Our beef superintendents. We have Shane Jarvis as well as Justin Taylor.
Okay guys, in our heavyweight class here, we're going to go and start the young man's calf here on the end. Big old structured calf that's got a lot of rib in him, got a lot of volume in him. I mean, he's a big calf, but he's not too big, you know. I mean, in the 1440 range, I mean, today that's not too big of a calf at all, but he is a big calf. He's got a lot of length at top in him, really long old hip in him. Condition's really nice, he handles real good, he's finished and smooth. Just a nice practical way to start the class. After that, we're going to go with the young lady's calf here in second class. Just a smooth old calf that's got some muscle in him. He's got some length of body. He's really finished. In relation to the class winner, he just maybe isn't as good off his hind leg and he's not as neat in his front end. But he's a good fed calf that's real smooth. Then we got a calf here on the end. To me, just gets a little straight off both ends there and wants to get a little tight in his rib. His condition's not bad at all in him. I'd just like to change him out of his hock and his hind leg. But a nice class of calves here. I was trying to spit it out. Let's give him a nice hand if you would.
Results of this class: first blue go to Dylan Van Lays, Second blue, Kaylee Ragsdale. And third blue goes to Riley Delamont. Congratulations. We'll now bring in our class winners of the crossbreds. We'll select our Grand and Reserve Champion crossbred overall. Get into our final drive. We do have one open class after we select our Grand and Reserve overall. All right, out of our first class of crossbred steers, Rhett Katz with his steer weighing 1,212 pounds. Second class, Rhett Katz with his steer weighing 1,318. And out of the third and final class, Dylan Van Lays with his steer weighing 1,446.
Okay guys, let's put our hands together for our champion crossbred steer. It's always different, you know, when you get him out in the ring and you start handling and go over everything again, and we'll start down on this smoky or this cream colored calf here. I mean, when you get your hands on him, he's kind of deceiving. He's got a big old top in him, and he's got a lot of condition in the forerib down to his heart. He just wants to get bare a little bit when you get back there, but when he's kind of, I guess, I don't know if I want to say he's patchy condition, but I mean, he's full in his top, but he's just a little bare on his ribs, but he's still got condition. He's got some flank in him, some fat in his flank, and of course in his brisket a little bit there. So, you know, again, I think he has enough condition on him. He's just a little different handling kind of calf. When I get my hands on this next calf in class, in relationship in the class out here, I mean, he gets big old top in him. What you see is what you get. Out here, I mean, again, he's not overly conditioned by no means on over his center of his rib as well. But again, this calf, when he walks out, kind of bothers me a little more on those hind two when he walks out. But a real smooth, practical calf. We got a big old steer here in the end that's just a big old stout calf that's kind of a little bit easy in his top line. Like to clean that up a little bit there. in him and just want to get behind him, like us, maybe just blow him apart a little bit more. But he's a nice, big old, practical, well-fed calf. So at the end of the day, you got to pick the calf that's the most complete in your mind and puts it all together. That being said, we're going to use the calf here on the end for a grand crossbred.
Grand Champion Crossbred Steer is exhibited by Rhett Katz. Rhett's going to receive an award donated by Shane Jarvis. Congratulations. If we can get the second place steer out of that class, please. Second place steer out of that class is exhibited by Sam Pinkerton. This 1,370-pound steer.
Okay, coming out here for reserve, we pull that calf in a second. Just real practical, heavy muscled calf. You know, if I could change him, I might change him on each end, just make him a little square on that hind leg and clean him up just a little bit. But he's a nice, common, you know, just a practical steer that's just everyday kind of functional steer that you could raise all day and make money in the feedlot, and I gotta like that about him. Today in the show, I want cattle that's got muscle and production and look, all kind of put it all together, and so it is what it is. And we're actually talking about having a class at the state fair that's a whole different can of worms that might be interesting for a lot of kids, just looking at doing a carcass thing and a commercial thing and keeping some records. And we've been talking about this and may come to be here one of these days, which I think is really good for a lot of kids. So whole new thing we're working on right there. So anyway, at the end of the day, our reserve's going to be the heavyweight.
Dylan Van Lays exhibits the Reserve Grand Champion Crossbred Steer. Dylan's going to receive an award donated by Wendell and Beverly Jarvis. They're sitting right up here. Are going to be celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary here in just a few days. So thank you, Wendell and Bev, all the support you gave over the years. All right, we'll get our breed champions brought back up. As we're doing so, I was introducing the superintendent. Huge thanks to Shane Jarvis as well as Justin Taylor, beef superintendents. I also want to thank Kayla Jarvis, Elsie Prather, our showmanship superintendents for all the hard work they've done. Definitely a big thank you to Tony M. out back, who's lining everybody up, keeping the books there. So if we could, let's give them a big round of applause for all the work and support they do. In the ring at this time is our final drive for our champion market steer. Out of the Angus division is Ansley Delamont with her 1,198-pound steer. Out of the Hereford division, Leighton Johnson with his 1,360-pound steer. Out of the Gelby division, Riley Delamont with her 1,430-pound steer. Now to the crossbred, Rhett Katz with his 1,318-pound steer. Again, reminder to all of the exhibitors planning on selling an animal in the livestock premium sale, you must turn in your livestock sale intentions within 30 minutes after the completion of the beef show. Please make sure you go do that as soon as we get done showing here. If you do not get your intentions turned in, you will not be able to sell. Again, before we select our champion here, Nick Ketzner, our judge, comes from Bird City, Kansas, done a tremendous job working with our youth here in Phillips County. If we can, let's give Nick a big round of applause. Done an exceptional job with the youth here.
First off, I want to say thank you to everybody for allowing me to come out to Phillips County and judge your county fair. I had a great time. I appreciate it, and thanks for everyone allowing me to come out and be part of it. I think it was 7 and 8 years ago I got to come up here and do that, and I had a great time. And Cody, thank you so much for letting me come out and be part of that, and appreciate it. And I love working with the kids, and that's what it's all about, and trying to hopefully help them get better every time they're out here, and that's what we're trying to do here with these kids, and we're raising kids and getting to spending the time with the family in the barns and all that. I mean, a lot of people don't understand when you shut some things down that you're not shutting us down out here in the country. We're just doing what we do, and that's what's pretty great about living where we live. So I feel very blessed that we live where we live and how we are, and that's what it's all about, I think. So you guys appreciate that you guys are all out here doing this, working with your kids. And so at the end of the day here, we got to pick us a champion steer at Phillips County Fair. I think we got some awful nice breed champions out here. But at the end of the day, we got to put a calf together that's the most complete, that's just got muscle, balance, structure. And I think we got some good ones out here. But as you analyze them when they get all together, I think we got a calf that just puts it all together the best today. Our champion steer this year is going to be the crossbred steer.
Grand Champion Market Steer is exhibited by Rhett Katz. Rhett's going to receive an award donated by Double J Herefords. Congratulations, Rhett. We'll have the Reserve Champion Crossbred come back in. Dylan Van Lay's steer that weighs 1,446 pounds.
Okay, guys, comes down to our reserve. I'm kind of looking at the Gelby and the crossbred calf. They just kind of hit me the best, and they got the stoutest, the most opened up. I guess when it comes down to it, you just gotta make your pick on what you think, and I think you study how blade and shoulder and top line, everything lays into it together. For me today, your reserve is going to be the Gelby.
Riley Delamont exhibits the Reserve Grand Champion Market Steer. Riley's going to receive an award donated by Dezeen Ranch. Congratulations to all the exhibitors. Again, we have one open class exhibit that we'll do here in just a moment. But again, congratulations. Reminder to all of the exhibitors, please go fill out your livestock sale intention forms. We do have the silent food auction, and we hope to see each and everybody back here tomorrow evening, starting at 5 o'clock with our livestock premium meal. Dan Johnson's going to smoke up some delicious pork and get the auction started at 6:30.
Well, I hear it's working good.
And if you didn't get a ribbon, if we missed getting your ribbon, we'll have ribbons at the office over here. In the ring at this time is Tessa Ragsdale with her open class market steer weighing 940 pounds.
Okay, guys, we just have one in the open class, the shorthorn steer. You know, he's not a real big calf, but he's getting some condition on him. He's made right. He's got a good old front end in him. He's wide base. He's big ribbed. And get behind him, he's got a big old hip in him. She should be really proud of this calf. He's a nice calf. I just say he just needs to be a little bit bigger and get him up to 1250 or something like that, and he would be awful good calf. So let's give her a big hand for her single interest.
All right, Tessa exhibits the champion open class market steer. So folks, that does conclude our beef show. I want to thank each and every one for coming out. Appreciate that. Again, if you can get your sale intention forms turned in to the office here, they're going to be due at 6:30.